what we've been doing, the Lightning Collection is
Fridays
they're not
with
going to
Andrew.
have
Jumping in.
super muscular bodies. It's going to be realistic bodies.
For what?
For Power Ranger toys.
Realistic bodies.
Realistic anatomy.
It's called Legends.
It's actually called the Lightning Collection.
Yeah.
Are they going to be like body positive, like that new line of Barbies where they come in different sizes and shapes?
If the actor is a plus-size actor, I would assume they're based on the actor physique.
I like that. That's what
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Justin.
It's been a while.
Especially
Since we've all been together here.
Yeah.
The gang is all here.
Yeah. Justin walked in today and he goes, "Oh my God, you're here. Frank's gonna be here. We got the band back together."
We did.
That's what Justin said the first day in the.
I'm not Ringo.
He's the best drummer. Is Frank the best toy guy in the world? Frank's not even the best toy guy at Farpoint.
Wait, no. Justin,
I knew that was coming.
he's the best comic guy at Farpoint.
No doubt about it. I'm learning now.
What did
I'm overpriced.
No,
So what else is new?
the luckiest man in entertainment since George Lucas, Ringo Starr.
So,
Anyway.
what are you talking about the articulation on that guy?
So I know
A Happy Days Fonzie. There you
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Is that a thing or okay? No, we're still on. All right. So earlier this week, August 28th, 2018, marked the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers.
Wow.
And
As we know them in the U.S.
Yeah, they were called Power Rangers outside.
There was
Super
Sentai.
Sentai. Super Sentai.
Okay.
Or no.
Was there a Sentai before Super Sentai?
No.
Okay. So there wasn't like mediocre Sentai.
No,
and
there
Super
wasn't.
Sentai?
There was an average Sentai.
No. Okay.
No, they were always super.
Right.
Yeah, but so Haim Saban and Chucky Levy decided to bring them over, or bring the stock footage over and blend it with originally shot American footage. The original pitch for Power Rangers was Batman meets Saved by the Bell.
Wow.
Well, they hit the nail on the head.
Yes, they did. And 25 years later, we're all still into it. So there's been a lot of good stuff with Power Ranger news. Oh wait, you know what? No, wait, hold on. I'm going back, Justin. I'm going back.
Take me back.
I'm going back. Because, like you said, it's been a while since we did Fridays with Andrew. And I think that we should spice things up a little bit. So, unfortunately, to all you people who love me talking about new comics, I'm not going to be talking about new comics every week. Instead...
Because...
because I am kind of buying less comics. And
it was always the same comics.
And media bias. You read the same stuff over and over.
No, but it's always going to be a media bias segment, Frank.
This is media bias.
It's not called Fridays with everyone.
Well,
It's called
yeah,
Fridays with
no, but
everyone.
It's not Fridays.
But a true is reviewing all kinds of comics, yes.
When I used to get Wizard, they did Independence and stuff. That they did all of it.
Sure, because they also had... You want to employ a bunch of different people, because at Wizard...
It's Andrew's lens.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is really Andrew's show.
It's like,
But it kind of gets stale reading the same comic. Oh, this isn't your
No,
top
exactly.
3 again?
Right.
I'm understanding that... No, I know, but I'm just saying, like you're
Oh, it's a gem again.
Or number 13 of this 12 13 issue series.
Yes.
Is
Well,
number 1 again this month.
Sure,
Exactly.
but my argument is this has always been a commentating program. So of
But
course,
anyway,
it's always gonna be subjective.
we're just giving you a pulpit.
Yeah, sure.
Just go on your pulpit and preach, brother.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
For
And if it's about the same goddamn comic book over and over, we might rein you in a little bit.
For all 5 of you, including Justin's mom.
Yeah.
So
Fridays with Frank. Well, Frank is here, Brian. But it's not specifically a Frank show because he'd have a wig on and be doing an accent. And
I've given up those wigs.
it's too hot in the summertime.
It's gone too bloody hot over here.
so the new format.
So now it's Oliver. It's Dickensian.
The new format is the first week of every month. I'm going to be talking about last month.
Let's not lock it in.
Okay.
Okay, but maybe the first week of every month you might mention the comics you enjoyed of the last month. Somewhere in there you're going to talk about last month's comics. You will talk about comics.
Sure.
Just keep it loose.
All right. I don't know.
We don't want to.
Structure, Justin.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to be structured in this place.
Yeah.
Let's get a little bit of Rob Bruce's page. Pop art, pop culture, Andrew.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Super.
A little
So
bit.
Power Rangers. What the most loathed Power Ranger general, folks? Elgar?
What series is that from?
Turbo.
Oh man,
Turbo had a lot of good villains.
Yeah.
Right?
No, actually, no.
No?
Well,
Oh, Turbo. Okay. Well, I'm going by the figures that I sold.
Okay.
So
Yeah, totally from a toy
perspective, I sold a lot of good turbo.
I like Elgar. Elgar had a very annoying voice and was not the smartest pirate on the shelf. So a lot of people don't like Elgar. I don't mind Elgar.
Okay.
I like his cone head.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
Keep it entertaining,
Maybe
Andrew.
we should go back to comedy.
Well, no, yeah, so, I don't know,
That's enough Elgar.
there's a lot of great stuff to talk, because, no, we all love Legends, right? We all love Star Wars Black.
We love Star Wars Black.
We love Legends. We love,
Yeah, 6-inch is king now, right?
Yeah,
If we're talking about
but
toys.
6-inch Hasbro. And they're bringing that next year to the Lightning Collection.
And I need to interject with that. My brother's a huge Legends fan,
Sure.
and Hasbro is fucking up. I don't know if I can say that.
I actually said not safe. I said Frank is here. This is probably not safe for work.
Right. There's a lot of problems with what Hasbro's doing with Legends, and I'm going to tell you.
I'm really surprised you said
Okay, we had a huge conversation.
I know
with my
exactly
brother.
where he's going with
I
I
this.
don't
had
know.
a huge conversation with my brother, and I 100% believe that they're dead on because Justin and Penelope can verify this. We're having customers coming in and selling or quitting their Legends collections.
Yes.
Why? Because they are overproducing
Yes.
and straining collectors'
Yes,
dollars.
yes,
The
yes.
second part of it is why. Not a Trump fan here, but he's 100% right about intellectual property theft.
Knockoffs.
Knockoffs.
Yeah.
Guys are spending. Some of you guys spent $200 on Build-A-Figures only a few months later to have them
Yeah.
reproduced.
Well, the whole intellectual property thing is from multi-million-dollar,
Yes.
computer software, trickling all the way down to $20 action
to $20
figures.
spatulas
Right.
in Walmart.
Right.
So here's
Right.
a follow-up to this.
Go ahead.
Because Hasbro, even though they produce Marvel Legends, even though it's their brand, they are not ultimately the final say of that brand. Disney is. So it could totally be possible that Disney's saying to them, you need to make X waves every year.
Well,
You need to
No,
make
the
X-
number of waves isn't bad. It's really about how the waves are released, and that's all about getting them made overseas. This is turning into like a production of Hasbro toys.
right,
thing.
but
So they make all these waves, and it's probably cheaper to ship them all over at one time instead of
Oh, I see.
once every
Chinese
couple
New
months.
Year's has a big deal
Right.
to do
So
it.
they ship 4 waves
in a month.
in a month instead of spacing out. If you space it out, that makes $1 a lot easier to spend.
Right.
Okay, but it's I don't know because you're still talking about even if it is months apart, you're I don't know. You're still talking about dropping like
It's easier.
109.
It's easier.
Here's
we're
the
all
thing:
collectors.
if they all hit
Yeah.
the shelves in 1 month, you only have so much money that month.
Sure.
You miss waves.
Yeah.
When you start missing waves, you stop caring about collecting.
Do you
A la Star Trek Playmates
Do
1997
you
to
think-
1701. When you couldn't complete your collection, you sold it.
Do you
And
think
it was the demise of that.
I had the same problem with my pop collection. I had
Star Wars
to
Black did it to me.
keep up.
Do you think part of the issue is also that maybe
It's
they're not considering the all-liners? They're considering this guy's a Spider-Man fan. He's only going to buy the Spider-Man waves. This guy's an X-Men fan. He's only going to buy.
They don't. I don't think they consider the specific adult collector. I think they're too used to the big box mentality of fill the shelves, and that's not the case anymore.
I think Hasbro's plugged into their fan base. I think it's a question of Chinese New Year. I think it's a question of economics. And I think that, we've seen this happen before. We've seen waves oversaturate and lose some of their fan base. That coupled with the Chinese bootlegs, it presents ominous
When did you
trends.
do your Marvel Legends from Retro to right now? Because that was a few months ago.
Yeah.
And like the tune of the room was rejoicing.
Okay,
And-
well let's
The figures are great.
Let's
I know.
pan over to our Penelope. Penelope, how was the month of August for Legend deliveries? Insanity, correct?
The month of August for Legends deliveries was ridiculous. We had, I want to say we had 5 waves coming this
Oh
month.
my god.
And from a selling perspective, it's a lot of money out of our pocket.
Business.
And new products don't only make us that much.
Those are the accents. Look up the most.
We
Did
just
you
had-
see what he did after he made the joke? He did a hand wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had us a turtle moment.
We need to tag that. If you look up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Oprah.
Oprah.
No, it's the most uncomfortable moment in television history. I think.
And it is well, we almost matched it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Fridays with Andrew does not endorse the opinion said
Oprah.
by the
Of
guest
Oprah.
commentators on this program.
No, that's on TV. I had nothing to do with it.
Anyway, that was not the anyway.
Oh.
Power Ranger Day So I spent my Power Ranger Day celebrating the history of my. Really, I consider it my number 2.
How's the articulation on that?
High quality toy.
Yeah. I think it comes apart so you can turn into a ship. I don't remember. I remember.
His arms come off.
His chest comes off too. Did you see that?
No.
There's a guy in there.
What's he doing?
Just chilling.
It's the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Man, this is...
Yeah. I knew I was going to be low energy today. I'm low energy Andrew today.
Yeah.
All right.
So Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. I want to tell you, so I'm most excited about the upcoming Lightning Collection, Legends Power Rangers.
Done by
Hasbro.
Okay.
And they're focusing on character-specific effect parts, so like Tommy shooting an energy beam. They're focusing on photorealistic. One thing you can't, because again, this isn't from a business side. This is from a figure side. The likenesses on the movie Legends have been really, really good recently.
They have been.
Those look like
they
crap.
stepped, and they,
We're not.
I know,
the
I know,
Legends
I know.
have been exceptional. Yeah.
It's a business side complaint.
yeah, the
It's
toys
cool.
themselves are amazing.
No, the toys themselves.
Well, they are really implementing this new photorealism technology that basically prints the likenesses of these actors on these sculpts.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. I mean, I don't know. No, it's cool. It's 100%.
So they're going to redo the ones that already came out.
Yes.
Are they going to call them Legacy as well?
No, it's Lightning Collection.
Oh, okay.
They had to come up with it
So the Legacy ones are...
on their way
Basically, yeah. It's,
I mean, they're great, but they're basically going to redo them again.
well, yes.
Probably better.
Well, so here, because Bandai of America is losing the license, they're releasing reissues of the Legacy line. Basically, to get the most out of those molds as they can.
that to stand.
all about
This man, look, magic posing hands.
Magic posing.
Magic posing hands. It's amazing.
So go ahead, let's
No, it's why it's well, you know, some people say WWE is never mind. I tried to think of a Power Rangers analog. Anyway, so yeah, so they're gonna do unmasked heads of all the actors. So all of the actors have all the Power Rangers are gonna have photorealistic head sculpts. And
So I guess they bought their likenesses.
I'm guessing they have.
they get the Pink Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, they're gonna do her, Frank.
Kimberly.
I want that figure.
You're gonna want that figure.
Yeah, I was a big Felicity fan.
Kimberly?
She was in Felicity.
Was she?
Yeah,
Yes.
she was
See,
a roommate.
She's
I
a
liked-
roommate.
I don't care.
Of
If Kerry
Kerry
Russell was
Russell.
my
Yeah.
girl.
So-
Because that head of hair, man.
Well,
So
Kerry Russell would have been a
No.
good Yellow Ranger.
this is a great segue. In Felicity, in the Halloween special, season 1 of Felicity, swear to God, Felicity is as the Pink Power Ranger for Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, that's
yes.
meta.
And Amy Jo Johnson is Catwoman.
Yes.
Is Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman
Why don't we go watch Felicity?
instead of this show?
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, like a lot of people were
I don't know
like,
if we're allowed to talk about Felicity, but the intellectual property was.
but no, but that's like that was like a whole like that was her trying because she's done a lot of work. Amy Jo Johnson, she's done a lot of Canadian television.
Yes. Now there was no werewolves or chicks with guns and empires in that one.
In Felicity.
In Felicity, that was Scott Speedman,
Wait,
Right.
what? What's going on?
You're talking about Underworld.
which the boyfriend was Felicity's crush throughout the movie.
That I didn't know.
Speedman was her.
I never watched Felicity.
Oh, it's
No,
Yeah, man, you guys are talking to me like, oh yeah, Felicity. Remember those heady days when we all sat around and watched
You know
Felicity?
Speedman, right?
Yes, only because of that.
He's Carrie
Underworld.
for 4 seasons. He's Kerry Russell's love interest.
Wow.
Frank, I was
So
binging
thus the Underworld.
years ago. I
Yeah.
was binging Felicity, but then I got distracted.
Yeah.
and they took it off Netflix. Felicity.
James just said we should call this Fridays with Felicity.
Oh man,
I would
man.
love-
We're gonna sit and watch.
a Friday with Felicity.
She cut her hair, man,
Emma's probably
at some
gonna
point, and I was like, I'm
Go
done
back.
with this chick.
You know she played Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and she's a Russian spy now.
Wait, what? She played Wonder Woman.
Animated Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't. Animation counts, dang it.
Brian, let's tackle this real quick because I don't like the concept. Brian said, Felicity, you lost your man card, which is funny, and I get it. But the concept of a man card goes against having a man card. Like, as a man,
I can watch Felicity.
I can watch whatever the fuck I want to watch
Ooh.
and be a
It's
man
already
watching
not safe
it.
for work episode.
Yeah, I already said it was not safe for work. A lot of people are like, oh, real men, this. I see these fucking memes all the time, and it makes me so mad.
Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
can wear a boa.
This
Is
motherfucker's
he
wearing
not
a
a
boa
man?
and dyeing his beard. Go tell him he's not a
Tell him
man.
he's not a man.
His man card is firmly ensconced in
In
his...
fact, Watch this. What's this guy's name?
It's Brian Imenizer. Or Barney.
Oh,
Brian.
Brian. Barney, what's up? Watch this. He's turning Felicity on, right? He just turned Felicity on.
He's gonna make racial slurs. Anyway.
Wait, who made a racial slur?
Hogan.
Oh, not today. He didn't.
Not today.
No,
Why you got to bring it there?
I'm sorry.
Listen, brother. Some people say stupid things sometimes.
He also has a thing in his knee.
Look at these
So he
poses.
can have a little guy.
Wow.
Anyway.
I remember this. That was WrestleMania 17.
Yes.
Justin,
He was throwing her
Justin,
around.
I applaud you for your statements there. And how could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Because I'm a man.
Oh, thank you.
That was me. Have you seen that? You've seen that GIF though, right?
Which one?
It was from Eric Andre. He's like, how could you say something so controversial yet so brave?
I know. I have no idea what you're talking
I'll send
about.
that to you later. Anyway, so I'm really excited about the Power Rangers brand. They're also going to do a tower defense tabletop game on Kickstarter.
Which you've been all about.
I've been obsessed over this. It's called Heroes of the Grid. If you guys like tabletop or Power Rangers or anything like intersecting that, you should totally get it. It looks like it's so much fun. It's a cooperative game as opposed to a competitive game.
Right.
So you're working with your friends against the board game. There's just which I think is very Power Rangers. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff there. There's a lot of Kickstarter exclusives for you people who like, I want that special Tommy miniature that they're never going to make again. I mean,
China might.
Anything cool come out of San Diego Con with Power Rangers?
They're not allowed to show a lot of the product because it's not ready. The Toy Fair is going to be the big day.
They did. So they did a hype thing, and it was
TV show.
They did a hype, and this was kind of a brilliant hype because it doesn't really show anything, but it just shows like, hey, we're Hasbro and we have Power Rangers now.
For San Diego Comic, I forgot about that. That's right. For San Diego Comic, he's watching Felicity.
This is my favorite episode, brother. This is what we're hearing. Scott, go get a hot dog down the street from the college.
Make that the thumbnail.
They were in college, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they were college.
Hold on, let me get up on it. Here's the thumbnail.
Justin,
I watch what I want, boys. I watch what I want.
Scott Speedman looks good in them tight jeans, boy.
I got a bullet.
Justin, have you ever? Do you know the plot of Felicity? The plot of Felicity.
She's in college, right?
No, it's so she gets a note from the guy she had a crush on the last day of graduation. He said, "I always had a crush on you." So she's
hawked on throughout high school.
and so she cancels all her plans for MIT and
follows him to New York, NYC.
Oh, so she's fucking nuts.
No.
Does she end up in a therapist's office?
No, Justin. No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, Justin. Shut up and listen to me. It's because she goes there and that's his reaction.
You're nuts.
Yeah, and so
you know why? You know why he reacts that way?
Because she's not.
Because she's fucking nuts. Are you kidding me? She's going to MIT?
She has to learn the lesson of it, Justin.
Oh,
dude. It's all
where were her parents?
They were telling
Who raised that girl?
Don't do it.
What a jackass.
She's real good friends with
Did she end up addicted to opiates?
No. In real life, she's real good friends with the singer from. Yeah, the guy in the gold. What's the guy? The Chili Peppers. She's really best friends.
Anthony Kiedis?
Yes.
Okay.
So he was not a good co-parenter or advisor sending her to New York.
Oh, you mean the character was friends with Anthony Kiedis? Dude, what the hell?
You're criticizing.
Holy shit.
Wait, hold on. Frank's going to criticize how I presented.
Man, I don't know where you were going with that. I thought you meant Kerry Russell was friends with Anthony Kiedis and
anyway, there's my pose.
Friggin' Frank. All right, anyway.
Wow. Somebody loves your shirt.
I can never be criticized for how I run the show again.
Apparently, she probably had some sort of issues. They go into her childhood issues.
Well, no, it's
her.
Actually, she was.
Why is all those guys putting Z's?
Fatherhood abandonment.
Well, she
what was her issues where she gave up everything to chase some guy to college?
You gotta watch it.
Let me tell you, reverse that. Oh my God, reverse that. Make that a man.
The Graduate. It's called The Graduate.
He has sex with her mother.
What? Yeah, but he's still.
The Graduate did the lady
exact same thing. Wait, what? What happened?
She was getting married. It was a little bit different.
Yeah.
He pulled her out of a bad marriage.
No, it's just as creepy.
It is okay. It's just as creepy.
Wait, what's creepy? Him with the old lady? Yeah, that was creepy.
No, him following her to college. He follows her to college.
In The Graduate.
Yeah.
I thought he followed her to her wedding.
To the wedding.
No, he does both.
Oh, does he?
What happens is because
what's creepy is
I gotta watch it again.
Mrs. Robinson tells her so she'll stop dating him. because she sees Ben as the spitting image of her husband at Ben's age. So she doesn't want her daughter marrying him and suffering the same fate she does.
I didn't know that.
So what happens at the end of Felicity? Spoilers, end of Felicity.
I never seen last season. I only saw the first
Scott Speedman turns into a werewolf. Right?
Yeah, he meets a really...
Let me tell you something.
He meets a chick hotter than Felicity.
By a long shot.
Frank, really quick.
Listen, Felicity's really, really cute. She's hot,
right.
But she is not.
Right.
What is that actress's name?
Carrie Russell.
No, the vampire.
Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
Oh my God! You just say that name.
There's this many women in the world that are hotter than Kate Beckinsale in that movie. Right? Am I right?
James said, reverse the Felicity thing. It's called stalking charge and a protection order.
I think she doesn't tell him that she's... I think she doesn't tell him.
Yes, she does.
She does?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Well, doesn't he know at the end of high school, like, oh, Felicity's going off to MIT, and all of a sudden she shows up at his college?
They really didn't run in the same circles. So it really has...
So she's watching him from afar?
Yes.
Well, no,
yeah.
No.
I'm really creeped out by this show.
I need to back up for 1 second here. I've never watched a single episode of Felicity, but I just Googled it. He didn't say he had a crush on her.
Oh, he doesn't? I thought what happens?
He writes in her yearbook. And
Yes.
This is what she said.
Yes. That's exactly right.
Dear Felicity, here it goes. I watched you for 4 years, always wondering what you were like and what was going on in your mind all that time when you were so quiet, just thinking. Drawing in your notebook. I should have asked you, but I never did. So now, 4 years later, I don't even know you, but I admire you. That makes me sound crazy, but I'm okay with that. Take care.
That's real stalking. She took that and went to New York.
So she took that. And
She was
went
going
to
to be a doctor, right?
Yeah, she was going to be a doctor. She had her whole life planned out. But I think there's also like underlying issues of her,
Issues, good, issues.
No, Justin was saying, like, did she come from, you were asking about her backstory. I'm pretty sure her whole thing, she did come from a well-off family, but it was like a Gilded Cage type situation. It is kind of like The Graduate now that I think about it.
So I don't even want to talk anymore. Brian said she becomes a Russian spy. I don't get it.
Because the Americans.
The Americans.
What's that?
She stars in the show.
That's the show she's on right
she's
now.
She's a Russian spy in the 80s in the
You
U.S.
guys are assuming I watch TV.
You knew who Kate Beckinsale was.
It's not TV.
So Frank, no, we're going back to what you said. So Hasbro did one thing at SDCC for Power Rangers.
We're getting a lot of kickback on the Felicity line.
It's a popular program. Anyway, so what they did was they had no product. They had no product. They had no artwork. They had nothing. What they had was a glass case of the original Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit, the actual suit, and then a screen playing clips from Power Rangers.
That's it.
And people talked about that
was
like
the hype.
crazy.
Wow.
People went crazy.
Great promo.
Because holy shit, Hasbro has Power Rangers.
Right, that's all they need.
Well, no, and so that's why it was so brilliant at Power Morphicon when they announced the Lightning Collection. They only did show one prototype, and it was the White Ranger. So it was kind of like the fulfillment of the SDCC promise.
Kind of like what we were promised last year with Last Jedi. The fulfillment of a dream.
Speaking of fulfillment of a dream, I have to go here now. Speaking of fulfillment of a dream.
This is why we didn't do Friendly.
The minute I walked out of seeing that travesty, The Last Jedi, possibly because it came up. The minute I walked out of that movie,
it came from the sky.
I knew I needed a Mr. Plinkett review of it.
And what did you get, Justin?
And I got the Mr. Plinkett review.
And is it funny?
And it is vindication.
You sure you love those cots, don't you, buddy?
I love those cots.
Are we allowed to say that? So
you would recommend everybody go watch the Plinkett review? Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's actually some useful information.
Age-appropriate audiences. I mean, well, actually, no, we're already enough safe.
Yeah, we're not safe for work.
Yeah, if you can watch this, you can probably watch a Plinkett review.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did also promise it, or I don't know if I promised it. We're going to do it off. So yeah, so Power Rangers, lots of promising stuff with the franchise. Let's do it off.
What time is it?
It's way past the time.
Let's go lock the goddamn door first, because I don't want any customers coming.
Oh yeah, the alarm will go off though. We'll know.
Oh yeah. So we got a new alarm on the door that buzzes. It buzzes every time someone comes to the door. But unfortunately, if you're looking at the Transformers, it buzzes too. And there was a couple customers. Hear it? There's a couple customers going through the Transformers, and really indecisive. And
Frank shot himself today.
Oh my God! We tied the nooses, and we were just about to put our necks in the nooses.
How's that? So No, Justin, we subverted their expectations.
Hey,
Frank
Andrew.
was dead the entire time.
Andrew, there's some. Oh, we're gonna do a promo real quick.
Are we? Oh.
Yeah, stay there.
Pay no attention.
Do you want me to do the off the rack now, or wait till he comes back?
Let's wait till he comes back. I have no idea what's happening now.
Oh, Jack Frost is playing on the TV.
We're totally.
There's a promo. Because you guys took the time to watch us. How many people we got on there, Justin?
7 people.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 T-shirts. The first to the 11th person to come in gets a free T-shirt.
So the first person out of these people to come in?
All of them. The first 11 people from T-shirt 1.
Starting when?
Now.
How will they verify?
We're closed.
Tomorrow.
How will they verify this?
Well, they'll have to watch this video
They'll
to
have
know
to
what's
watch the
happening.
video.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So, all right, come on. So if you see this video, come in tomorrow and say, I saw the video, I want a free T-shirt.
I want a free T-shirt.
And you get your pick of the shirts.
Can I show them?
Yeah, sure.
We got Green Eggs and Stan.
Yep.
All right.
Is he dead yet?
No, not yet. That's,
Oh my God!
that's Steve. We got
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Yeah, cool.
We got.
Walking Dead?
Well, nobody wants that one. The show sucks.
I don't watch it. Oh, I want that.
Oh,
That's a really good shirt.
That's cool.
Okay, maybe one of our arms.
Yeah, I know.
All right. We got
Cap. Another Luke Cage.
Another Luke-
another Luke Cage.
Sweet Christmas.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what
Is
that
that
is.
Batman?
Those are.
That is
That's for number 11.
Yeah.
Person who's number 11.
Oh, you got 2 Luke Cages.
Another Luke Cage.
Oh, another Luke
guess
Cage.
what?
Oh, you're gonna get a Luke Cage if you're in the middle.
Oh, that's an awesome shirt.
Get out of
Wow.
jail free.
That shirt's amazing.
Get out of jail free. What's it? A Trump?
Well, it's
t-shirt?
Joker.
Oh, I thought it was a Trump T-shirt.
Oh.
Okay.
And another one.
Oh,
Justin
go.
and Freak both get one.
11 people.
Tehran Havasham was here today earlier, right? Remember, and he said that Power Rangers and Transformers and blah blah
I
blah.
am not-
Well, he just said The Walking Dead is better than Transformers.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah. All right.
No more deals on comics.
Yeah.
So
That's why your generation will have no Social Security.
so
That's not even correct. You guys are the reason we're not gonna have Social Security.
no, our parents are.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So we do this off the rack. We have a great assortment for hard covers and soft covers and every kind of cover in between. There's a lot of stuff here that I like. A lot of stuff I know about. A lot of stuff I read. This is one such book, JSA Legacy. Legacy. What do you think? Oh no, All Stars.
Well, it looks Golden Age.
All Stars. No, sorry, this is the wrong one. All Stars.
Wait,
JSA All Stars.
do you want it to be Legacy?
No, but they do this.
Oh,
All right.
but All Stars is what you want to talk about.
All Stars is what I want to talk about.
Which looks like a Golden Age.
So it's about a series of so in the late 90s, early 2000s, they brought back the Justice Society of America, the first ever team of superheroes, the first DC team of superheroes, but also the first ever DC team of superheroes. The idea with that new reimagining was it was a team of veteran Golden Age heroes with some younger heroes who took on the mantles of those Golden Age characters. This is actually
Sounds like Watchmen.
It's kind of very it's imagine if like Watchmen was as mature but not a little bit hopeful. Imagine Watchmen plus hope.
Happy Watchmen.
And you get JSA All Stars. So in this storyline, the Golden Age vets actually get kidnapped. So the younglings are left to try and figure out a rescue mission from this new villain named Legacy. Which is, do we get to see him? I think he's got a pretty cool design. It's a shame he's never made.
So Tehran is trying to be like a troll, but he's not funny enough to be.
Don't feed him.
He said the first ever team of heroes was the Golden Girls.
Oh.
I would watch a Golden Girls Justice Society.
I like where he's going with this, like kind of troll, but it's just not like laugh out loud troll worthy.
I am. Listen, he sides with me on Power Rangers. I do not condone every single state. I don't condone everything Frank says.
Can I pick up the rack?
Well, wait till that's Andrew talk.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
You can totally pick up the rack. Yeah.
So great. So it's basically a series of one-shot stories about each member of the Justice Society.
Okay.
Both new and old.
All right.
And I think it's a really, really good story about legacy, and it's a really good story about how some values can maybe cross generations. Even though you have different mindsets, different ways of doing things, you all kind of believe in certain fundamental truths. So, good story, great characters, great team.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. Now, Andrew was the opening act.
Yeah.
He was Poison and I'm going to give you Black Sabbath and Dio. Okay, I'm going to give you a classic
The show's
that
called
just
Fridays with
can't.
Andrew.
Well, you've given up that mantle.
Headlined by Frank.
Headline.
apparently.
I'm going to recommend. Let's go off the rack. This story's X-Men, the Dark Phoenix Saga.
Oh.
Arguably one of the greatest comic series ever done by two guys named Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and inked by a guy named Terry Austin. It's from beginning to end. It introduces the Hellfire
Who
Club.
does the colors?
That would be Rod Mixer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know the colors of the best story ever made?
Okay.
Did you make that up off the top of your head? Wow.
Of course I did. Claremont, Byrne, Austin. The team. This is the Led Zeppelin of the 80s.
So I'm just thinking for a minute.
You gotta let me,
No, you keep going. Just keep going.
Okay, the book introduces the Hellfire Club, Dark Phoenix, the White Queen,
Bob Sharon.
Kitty Pryde. Oh, Bob.
Oh, Bob Sharon?
Bob Sharon.
Oh,
Wow, I know
Jesus.
Bob. Bob's a good guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
could
he
color
colored this.
like
You're gonna get Byrne at his peak. Nobody inked Byrne better. It is what's our price on that?
$16.99 a steal.
$16.99. If you come in
Sharon
you
was
got a
our
free
A
T-shirt
game.
with
if
it.
you come in, you get a free T-shirt and 5% off
Let's
because
go.
that's all we give is 5% off because we're priced
Let's
fair
go
already.
Sharon's colors. Look at the way.
Well, what I want to show you guys is I didn't flip through your lousy book.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't flip through your lousy book. All right.
You also need
You guys are the fucking odd couple.
Here's what I want to show
I
you.
need to do a TV show with you two.
Pin in on this.
Hold on, I'm pinning on
It's
this.
not
Hold on.
Odd Couple, it's Frasier.
It's
He's my
Frasier.
Marty.
Okay.
Sad Andrew.
What,
Sad.
then and let me tell you what it was like to be 13 years old and see that at the end panel. Justin, give me your best Wolverine voice. Okay, suckers.
I can barely read it. My eyes aren't good.
Yeah. Oh, Wolverine alone is one of the classic issues.
Is this before Wolverine really
Yes.
went crazy and took over everything?
This is before that, yes, and this is the period that made Wolverine famous. But if you didn't read comics, you didn't know who Wolverine was.
Yeah, so you explained something to me yesterday when I was looking up prices of comic books.
Okay.
And I put out a Byrne book, and then I put out a book like from 2 years later.
Right.
And you said this book, the first book,
Is $10. The next book,
and I
is-
said why?
And I said because Byrne, Austin, and Claremont wrote it, and it's highly sought after
Well,
because it's a
but
classic.
At that point, you would sit with a group of people and say,
Who's
Right.
I knew who Wolverine. Oh, if I went up to somebody on the street and said, "Who's Wolverine?" they would say, "I don't know."
Hugh Jackman hasn't been born yet.
Hugh Jackman hasn't
Right.
been born. It was when comic readers knew who Wolverine
right.
was.
But a couple years later,
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Wolverine was everywhere. And you know that fantastic '90s cartoon had a
Dan
lot to do
Ostroff,
with-
classic panel.
Yeah, classic panel.
The
Yeah.
red panels in that were killer. I guess there's red panels.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The whole book's amazing. I can't recommend if you want to read something.
Michael
great-
Doherty said, "You're right. They need their own show."
Well,
Really great colors.
yeah, really great colors.
Stunning palettes.
Bob Wycheck,
Bob Sharon.
Bob Sharon. I knew Bob. I had
Stunning palettes. He
stunning
brought
palettes.
out.
That's why the Reds are so good.
He sure did bring out the destruction of those universes, Frank.
He did. Now, listen.
Such destruction.
So my recommendation to you would be to get a 6-pack, read this first, and then if you really,
Unless you're under 21,
unless you're under 21, I'm assuming you're
then get a 6-pack of Yoo-Hoo.
of Yoo-Hoo at Wawa, and no, too expensive. And come read this book because I promise you, if you read this book and think it sucks, I'll buy it back from you.
I've never read it.
Well, you're just getting into comics.
Did you read Golden Age?
Not yet.
Oh, you
Justin's a music guy.
I haven't had time.
Tell me a classic album, any album of a band.
Black Sabbath Volume 4.
This is a Black
Master
Sabbath.
Reality.
This is Master's Reality.
Yeah.
This is, you can't get much better than this if you read comic books.
This is better than Kevin Smith's Comic Book Men. That's because we're really not
We're
scripted.
real.
Yeah,
we're real.
This could go off the train wreck really quick,
Could
off
we-
the
It
rails.
has. It has.
Can we host DC Universe?
So, are
live
you
show?
done
Probably
wrapping
not.
it up?
Yeah,
Well, we have 9
okay.
viewers, and Kevin Smith has.
We want to tell you we thank you 9 viewers, but what we do want to, we're all going to go eat at the buffet and go home and watch Felicity, and
still be men.
and still be men.
Yeah.
Still be man.
Cheers to you
You're a man
guys.
to read a comic.
So
you're
this
not
is
Felicity.
the new Fridays with Andrew is kind of going to be like this. Frank won't always be here because we don't want Andrew to kill himself. We're going to be looser, not always talking about specific comics, but we'll see you next Friday. Thanks for watching.